He's not going to give you the type of relationship that you want. And the stuff that you want from him, you're going to already be setting yourself up for failure. That was the talk that he gave me about when you place expectations on other people and being disappointed. See, that was another lesson in itself too.
Yeah.
When you expect stuff and then you get it's always better to just go in fresh-faced, not expecting anything. That way when you get something, you're good no matter how small it is.
Mm-hmm.
So that was something I had to learn. So then I took his advice. I didn't take it with a grain of salt. I took it and it helped. And I just stopped talking. I took my phone to Cricket because that was who my provider was at the time. I got another SIM card, activated it. Since May 25th or 26th of 2014, we have not spoken, not once, nothing. I've been hearing from people on Eric, I've been hearing from people, your parents want you to call them. And I'm like, okay, but mom is already mom. So I'm like, what is everybody talking about? And then parents, that throws me because my parents, they haven't been together for 27 years.
Okay.
You know, because my mom had sex with him and she was a virgin at the time. She had sex with him, got pregnant. That was it. They weren't even together.
Yeah.
He was just this nice looking guy, and I mean, I've seen him. He is. I think he is. I hope that it looks like I'll be keeping this when I turn 40 something. Dad is handsome. So I was like, okay, I get it, you know.
Yeah.
So she got pregnant with me, and that was it. There was never anything wrong with the relationship because there was no relationship.
Yeah.
It was, oh, I'm pregnant, and he stayed for 4 years. And so that was what that was. So I don't know. They were never together. So when everybody was saying, your parents want you to call them ASAP, I'm like, so what do you mean then? Because...
yeah.
I mean, you know, back in the days when moms and dads had that household and stuff, you knew, okay, just call the house. One of them will pick it up. I'm like, these are two very separate people. And nobody answered me. I'm like, well, who do I call?
Yeah.
Your parents. Like, who do I call? Like, they're two very different people. That's two whole new... nobody knew anything. So I'm like, what's going on? So then I talked to Tony, and he said both of them called, asking where I was. I haven't been talking to my mom for a while. Do the name thing. When I knew I wanted to change my name, I just didn't want to talk to her. I wanted to wait until Steven came back.
That's the reason why you were like kind of distant from some people.
Yeah, pretty much everybody. I've just been sitting in here for a year. I mean, people would come over, but that's it.
Yeah.
It was like, no, I just want to, and I don't want to say anything because that's too much build up. Everybody's when is it gonna happen? Did you go to court? I don't like all of that. I'm the type of person in life, I don't like to talk about doing anything. I just like for you to turn your head, and then when you look back, it's done, and I'm a swan, and it happened because I'm grown and cool like that. You know how people say, oh, I'm gonna go to college, I'm gonna do something with myself. You never see them go to college.
Okay.
So the natural human reaction is to pick on them and tease them. And you said last year you were gonna go to school. See, they shouldn't have said anything, because if it were me, you would turn your head and realize, well, damn. Not only did he enroll in school, he graduates in 2 months. You know.
Yes.
You'll know, okay, when he says he's going to do something, it's either already done or it's going to happen in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So I just didn't want to say anything. So I didn't know who to call, so I didn't call anybody. I knew I wasn't going to call Dad. But I think it was him, though. And Tony said that somebody called Tim, and I'm like, who? They know Tim?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, wow, that's interesting all by itself. I'm like, how do they know? Anyway, so oh well. And so after not talking to him, I felt better. Not good, but better. I felt better about, okay, now that I'm distanced from him, no more expectations, everything can kind of go back to the way it was. Okay, but then there's still the whole Darius thing, which was fine at the time. I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just keep the name. Mm-hmm. I'll keep the name as a staple. The name will, even though we don't talk anymore, the name will represent a keepsake, me saying that, hey, at least you didn't, at least you can say that you tried. It would be like a symbol, kind of like a the name would be like a mascot for me saying, hey, you never gave up though.
Yeah.
It would be a remnant of something.
Yeah.
That was good for a minute. Then I would go to Shanice's mom's house, and I remember one time, it was late at night. The lights were all dim, the baby was asleep, the kids were asleep. I don't know where Shanice was, but she was there, but she wasn't right there. It was just me and her mom, Lisa. And the one that was like, you go buy these damn cookies. It was her. We were both, the lights were dim. It was almost 12 o'clock at night. We both were smoking a cigarette. Like that mood. Like, it was real talk time.
Mm-hmm.
She said, Darius. I said, yeah. And we were just... She said, you ever regret, I said, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
She said, oh, okay. You ever feel like you're going to do something about it? Or you ever think you'll go back? I said, I don't know. In my mind, it was processing, though. This was kind of before I made the decision to do it, but she was on to something, though. It was I was processing that at the time, like, I should just become my old self again.
Mm-hmm.
Just to kind of get this staple of pain away. That way I can truly heal. But I just didn't say anything. But she was on it. I said, I just was like, I don't know. I was like, I might go to court. I might not. It was an easy process last time. I don't know. I said, but for right now, I'm Darius. And she said, okay. She never, to this day, she has not said anything else about it. So I know now she probably feels like, okay, so I guess I knew what I was talking about.
Yeah.
That was last year. So then time kept going by, and I kept thinking about what she said, and I was like, what, you know what? I was like, maybe this does need to end. I was like, because I'm still hurting.
Yeah.
In the morning, when I would wake up, I would think about him. In the middle of the day, I would think about him. At night, I would think about him. They say at night, the last person you think about is the person that either really hurt you or they're really a place of happiness. The last person the last person you think about is somebody who's either really brought you a lot of joy or a lot of pain. But either way, it still matters to you because it's right before your eyes fall.
Yeah.
So I was like, there's something still not right. And all my therapy sessions had ended, so there was nobody to talk to. And if you talk to anybody else, it's going to hint that you want to. I was like, no, I don't want anybody to know anything because I'm still not sure.
Yeah.
And I don't want people to think something when it may or may not. Like, I'm not that person. You'll know. You'll either know after it happens, or if you're really close, you'll know the day before something's about to. So I was like, no, it's way too early for me to even think about doing that. So I worked it out by myself here in
contemplating.
my house. Yeah, just in my house and stuff. And just so earlier this year, I spoke to my case manager one time. I said, I have half a mind to just go back to my old name, but we said it in a joking way, but I think she knew. Mm-hmm. The month of April came. I said, you know what? That's it. I'm done. No, I want to get my life back and my identity back. Well, so I went to the Gay and Lesbian Center on the first floor, spoke to Drian Juarez, and she got all the documents together, and she said, I'm going to call you when we process the documents. Usually it takes about a month. The month after that was when my whole iPhone craze started. Mm-hmm. So I left the LG phone, I got that cut off, got the iPhone, she never got my new number because every time you go in, the first thing the security guards will say is you have to have an appointment. And I'm like, but with this though, this is kind of serious. She needed to have my number so that she could call me to tell me that my documents were ready for me to take it to the court.
Okay.
I could never get in touch with her. And at the time, I didn't have not one business card with her name on it. So I was like, but I gotta get into that center. Because and I knew the documents were ready. Like, this was like 2 months that went by. I said, and I know they're ready. And so, kind of close to the time, I think I had the iPhone for like a month, maybe 2 months. And so it was the month of July. Oh, I didn't know. I only had it for a month. So it was July. somebody was nice enough to let me in to go see her. Because I knew she didn't have my number, but I knew in all that time, I was like, it don't take that, it's been months. It's been 4 months since the document, I get into the office. She said, oh my God, we've been trying to call you. Oh, we were almost getting ready to send the documents or what, it's her on the folder. It said first attempt, second attempt, and it had that old number, the 901 number. And I said,
you know what? You should have told her at that time that the security guard. You should have told him that you were trying to reach her, and the security guard was like, "No, you can't do this. You have to have an appointment."
Yeah, I was like, wow. So in actuality, this should have been happened. This should have happened before I started working.
Yeah.
But oh well, it's okay. And so,
because it's already done.
And so she gave me the documents. I still have them. She gave me the documents, and I took them to. She said, "Now wait, Stephen." She said, "I know what you should do. Don't go downtown like you did last time. Go to Santa Monica because it'll be done." And she was right too. Because we processed the papers in July, and it's September. That's 2 months. Mm-hmm. Most of the time, people get their names changed. It takes 8 months, a year. Mm-hmm. It's for real. So she said, go to Santa Monica, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna lie on your documentation. We're gonna say that you live at 745 San Vicente. I said, all right, go ahead. Because according to your district, it'll go in accordance to what court you'll go to. Like what your address is, you have to go to whatever that district court is. You can't say, oh, well, I want this one because they're faster. They're going to be like, so? Because that's how fast they'll say that, right?
Okay.
They don't do it that way. So we lied and said that my address was 745 San Vicente Boulevard, and that qualified me to go to the Santa Monica courthouse right by the beach.
Yeah.
And we did that, and see, it's different now. It's 2 different cases. I have a few transgender identified individuals who are friends of mine, and they said, oh, well, they changed all of that. You don't have to put your name in the paper. It's not going to take that long, and the documentation is free and all of that. And I said, really? When I went, you have to pay to put. Not only do you have to put your name in the newspaper for 4 consecutive Thursdays. You got to pay for it. And
for each Thursday?
Nope, just one time you pay them, and then they put it in there for 4 Thursdays. Uh-huh. But you still have to put your name in the paper. That's a month. 4 Thursdays. That's a chunk that you could have went to court. Anyway, it comes to find out that if you're transgender, you can just go in and make your court appointment, and it'll be the court appointment that will determine your gender and your name. Mm-hmm. You don't have to do newspapers. You don't have to do none of that. You go in with your documentation, and they stamp it, and whatever that stamp says is the court date. They have those little, whatever the stamp says is your court date.
Yeah.
And you go to court, bam, that's it. For an individual that just wants a name change, it's much more than that. You got to do the documentation. You got to and then you got to get that fee waiver. If you're like me and you're broke. That stuff is, whew, I was like, I'm not paying that.
How much was it?
It was like $100 and something for just to do the application and turn it in.
Oh, fuck it. I'm going to do it anyway.
Right, yeah, go ahead, because you'll feel like me. So you get the fee waiver, then you turn the documentation in, then you come out, then they tell you, oh, you got to put your name in the newspaper and you can choose any newspaper in Los Angeles County that you want. Those newspapers are horrible. And in Santa Monica court, because it's Santa Monica, people have money out there. There was one column thing where, all of it's the same for Thursday. All of it's the same. One newspaper company, they wanted 200 and something. One of them wanted $150 something. I said, God damn. All right, time to go to Crenshaw.
Okay.
They only wanted $70. And so I did that. And I said, well, can I still take this to that court all the way? They said, yeah, it doesn't matter. It can be in the newspaper. I said, good. We're going to the hood then. Yeah, we're going to the one right by the swap meet because I'm not paying all of that. And so that they did that for 4 Thursdays, and they email you each Thursday a PDF of the newspapers just so you can see, oh, okay, you did it. Okay. Because, that's good. They want you to be. I like that. And after the 4 Thursdays happen, then they'll mail you physically a paper that's the proof of publication, and it'll have all of your publications on the paper, and you take it to court to prove that you paid to put your name in the paper. People say, why does that have to be that way? All my business is being put out there. Everybody can read that I want to change my name. The system says they do that so that they can ensure that you don't have a record and that you're not trying to run from anything.
Okay.
So if you really got something going on, you're not going to publish yourself like that. That's how that's what that is. I was like, well, I don't have anything. Put it in there, guilt-free over here. No tickets, no warrants, no nothing. And so then after that, the court date came up on September 11th. I'm not so sure I'm a fan of that date. Like the best thing that happens to me in 2 years on the worst day in American history. I was like, really? Because the lady, she stamped it, and I looked. I said, ooh. I said, ma'am, it's really got to be on this day? And she's, yes, sir. Okay. September 11th?
Yeah.
It's like because that takes away the focus from my accomplishment. Like, that's something else. 9/11? But oh well. I was like, wow. I don't like that date. Why couldn't it be, the 10th would have been fine.
Okay.
The 12th would have been wonderful. The 9/11. That means I'm stuck with that forever. But anyway, such a solemn date. So Friday morning came. Oh, wait. This is not important, but a month before the court date, because I knew it was going to happen, I went and got, I don't think you can see, but I don't know. I went and got this letter S because I knew Stephen was coming back. And plus I love Mickey. Hey Mickey. Oh boy. I knew. I said, you know what? I'm going to get this now. I'm going to keep it in the bag. I'm not going to do anything to it. But the day I come out of court, I'm going to take it out, stick it on the key ring. That's exactly what I did. Like my little celebratory gift. So I go to court. The judge didn't get there till like 9:30. Remember the video? 9:30! Here we go again. Okay. Here I go with these nails. The appointment. Okay, well, it's not funny until I should have did it another way. It's not funny until you figure out the appointment. The appointment was at 8:30 a.m.
Oh, God.
And he didn't show up until 9:30. I'm sitting there the whole time like, come on. Like, I want to be Stephen and get the hell out of here. I was like, what is going on? So anyway, he came in there. He said, okay, raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth? And, I do. And then I came up there and he said, I'm going to call you by your government names, your old government names, not the ones today. He was like, I'm going to call you by your old name to come up. And I'm just going to ask you a few questions. And then because it was me and four other individuals. He said, Darius, Rydell Baylor. And I said, that's me. And you raise your hand. And you said, the your honor thing and all that. He said, so you're here today because you want to change your name to Stephen. And I said, yes, Your Honor. He said, I understand that this is only your first name. I said, yes, Your Honor. He said, okay, so from here on out, it'll be spelled Steven. And I said, yes, Your Honor, that's correct. And he said, okay. He said, that'll be all. He was like, just have a seat, and I'm going to get the rest of these clients out the way, and then we'll all go downstairs so you can pick up your name certificate. I said, okay. I said, thank you, Your Honor. Sat down, and we went downstairs, and I loved this part. The judge said, you're not going to qualify, but the judge said, okay, so is there anyone in this courtroom today that had a fee waiver, due to low income? I was like, yes. And he said, okay, for you individuals, it was me and somebody else. He said, for you two individuals, your name certificates are free. You don't have to pay for them. And you'll get 3 of them instead of 1. Now, for the rest of y'all, $29.50. I'm like, oh, well. And You only get one. I said, oh, I love being broken on welfare. People make it look so bad, and I'm like, look at me. I'm the fabulous representation of that shit.
Shit.
If you know how to do it, you just gotta know how to do it. You just gotta know how to be broke.
Yes.
You gotta know how to do it. Anyway, so now I have 3 name certificates with stamps on them and stuff like that. And so then I took that and I went to the Social Security building to get my new Social Security card. And then I took that and I went to the DMV to get my California ID. And then they're gonna mail that in 2 to 4 weeks. And that's that. Now, the B thing. Not this. Pronunciation issues. Back when I was Steven, I was so sick of that Stefan. I was so sick of that. I said, if I ever decide to change my, just in hindsight.
So if you guys are watching the first video of this situation, his name at birth was Stephen. And now it's Steven, and he will explain to you why he wants this name.
They're the same names. It's Stephen, but this revised edition, even the dumbest person could pronounce it. A lot of you are stupid out there watching this shit. They see Stephen. Okay, Stephen or Stephen Baylor or Stefan. I'm like, what is wrong with you? I hated that. I said, you know what? I'm going to fix y'all. I'm going to stick this V up in there and that's it. And everybody gets it right. I remember when I went to, what building did I go to? Oh, when I went to the Gay and Lesbian Center to pick up the voucher to make the California ID only be $7 to $8.
Oh, okay.
Because you get the voucher or whatever. You take it to the DMV and it won't be $30, however much it really is.
It's $31, unfortunately.
Well, here we go. Once again, fabulously broke. $8, motherfucker.
Yes.
You just tell Ralph to sign that shit.
What's going on? What's the problem?
Nothing's the problem with it being $9. I loved it, but Ralph wasn't there that day, so I ran into Chris Namath, and she did it. I said, "All memories," and I told her I'm Steven again, and she loved that because that was like the cornerstone name for when she helped me and stuff.
Yeah.
So that was fun, and so. Came out of the courtroom and I did all of that and took care of all of that. But the PH, it's nice, but it gets too cross-correlated a lot with other wrong pronunciations.
Yeah.
With the B, everybody knows what that is. And like when I go places to say, what's your name? Stephen. They'll instinctively just spell it right.
Yes.
Now.
Yes.
They just get it. STV. Everything is self-explanatory now. And on top of that, I still can get away with it because it's still my old name.
Yeah.
So that's that. And so now I feel like, now that this has happened, now I feel like I can heal.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to touch on any wounds or anything. Anyway, now I can heal. And at work was fun. I don't know how everybody figured that out. No, because
we were speaking on the phone before this happened.
Friday I was supposed to be at work because I work Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then I'm off until Friday.
Mm-hmm.
I love that shit. I wasn't there on Friday. In my mind, I'm thinking, well, nobody's going to notice I'm gone. I'm one person in that big-ass warehouse full of people. I was like, nobody's going to notice that I'm gone. I managed, when I came from the DMV, I managed to make it to work just before Human Resources closed because that was another base that needed to be touched. They gave me a new work badge. They put the thing in the computer for the pay stuff. Like, they're switching, they're doing it for me. Like, so I was like, oh, right. Because I thought that would be hard. But they just, boop, boop.
Yeah.
They said, but it's going to take a week for the whole pay stub thing.
Yeah.
And the whole, when you clock in.
Yeah, because they always do that with my address change.
Oh, okay. They said that's going to take about a week for it to flip and say Steven. They said, but though your work badge, you can have that, like right now.
Yeah, because there's nothing gonna happen with your work badge.
I was like, oh, but okay, so that was Friday, and it was before 5, and it led into after 5. So then I ran in the back and told the boss, hey, I went to court today, and they're Hispanic, they're mostly, which I love. I'm not into all of that. Blacks and Mexicans don't get like that post on Facebook. If we band together, we will run these white people out of here. Controversy? I don't care. I bet. No, I know we're minorities, but I bet you if we just did like that instead of all that hoo-ha gang, this, that, I bet you. Like those movies and stuff, like when you were kids and stuff, they always tell you, like that movie Bugs Life.
Yeah.
Remember how they were all little bugs and ants, and they all each thought they weren't powerful enough because the grasshoppers are big and they can fly, but when they all
band together,
they ran them out of there. So it's like, okay,
y'all motherfuckers. Yeah, y'all motherfuckers need to watch these Disney shows.
Thank you. They think it's corny. You know what I'm saying? You know, you turn 18 years old, you smoke a few cigarettes, you get a boyfriend or girlfriend, you think you're too cool for that.
Yeah.
I don't know why that is. Those lessons can stick with you. People they get older and they feel like, oh, whatever. That was back when I was a kid. I'm like, but you're still the same. Huh? Oh, okay. And so I went to work and told her, I said, no más Darius, yo estoy Steven. Oh, she was like, oh, okay. That was it. And so the next day I went to work. Everybody knew my name. So I was like, wow. People that I didn't even know, people I don't even know at work know who I am. I was like, okay, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and that's the whole name changing story. And so now I can finally begin to heal. And then I guess we'll be back in the next video to talk about the whole iPhone thing. That was another pain. And something else. The iPhone and something else that we were going to segment. Oh yeah, but the modifications that I made to my house because I've grown more independent. Okay.
And we'll be right back after these messages.